Hi, this is Dan McQuire here. In this session, I'll be talking about question number 31 in the book 200 Questions About the Bible and the Quran. The question is this: is God proud, and is pride a character attribute of God? We would say no in the Bible, but the Quran would say yes. The attribute of God in the Quran is called el-Mütekebbir, which means the proud. It's the 10th in the attribute listing of the Quran, and it means this: the proud, the greatest, who is supreme in majesty, sharing no attributes of his creatures. Well, let's look at this attribute and see if it is found for God in the Bible. In the Zebur, we look at Psalms 105:1 or 101:5. The one who has a haughty look and a proud heart, him will I not endure. This whole idea of a proud look is a sin. God hates it. Proverbs 6:16-17. These 6 things the Lord hates, yes, 7 are an abomination to him. And a proud look in verse 17 is mentioned. This is something that God hates. Proverbs 21:4. A haughty look, a proud heart, and the plowing of the wicked are sinful. Would God take a sinful attribute and apply it to himself? I doubt it. Isaiah in the Nebim, Isaiah 57:15. For thus says the high and lofty one who inhabits eternity, whose name is holy, I dwell in the high and holy place with him who has a contrite and a humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble, to revive the heart of the contrite ones. So God specifically says that he dwells with those who have a humble spirit. Humility and pride are the opposite characteristics. God dwells with those who are humble. Zephaniah 3:11. I will take away from your midst those who rejoice in your pride, and you shall no longer be haughty in my holy mountain. God does not allow pride in his heaven, in his holy mountain. He rejects pride as a sin. In the New Testament, in the Injil, Philippians 2:5-8, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus, who being in the form of God, did not consider it robbery to be equal with God, but made himself of no reputation, taking the form of a bondservant and coming in the likeness of men. And being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient to the point of death, even the cross. Jesus was God. He was in the form of God, and yet he came down and he humbled himself, showing what the true nature and character of God is. It's not being proud, it's being humble. He humbled himself. 1 Peter 5:5, be clothed with humility, for God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. So it's not in the character and nature attributes of God to be proud. 1 John 2:16, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. So again, here we see very clearly that the Bible rejects the idea that God is the proud, el-Mütekebbir. The word Mütekebbir, in the very root word of it, kibir, that means pride. So the pride is built right into the word. Look at Hashir in 59:23 of the Quran. He is Allah, besides whom there is no other God. He is the sovereign Lord, the Holy One, the source of security, the keeper of faith, the guardian, the mighty one, the all-powerful, the proud. Well, that's questionable. That translation of Mütekebbir, kibir is built into the very word, Mütekebbir, kibir being pride, proud. However, note that in this verse 59:23 of Hashir 59:23, The word el-Mütekebbir has been variously translated as the majestic, or the all-great, or the supreme, or the superior. If this sense of the word is understood, then there would not be any conflict with the Bible. But we look at the Bible, and Jesus said in Matthew 11:29, "Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you will find rest unto your souls." And in John 14:7-11, Jesus said, "He that hath seen me hath seen the Father." In other words, Jesus is the exact representation of the Father. Who is the Father? The Father is Yahweh. Yahweh is God. So, if you understand the word Mütekebbir to mean the proud, then that would the answer would go like this: Is God proud, and is pride a character attribute of God? The Bible would say no. The Qur'an would say yes.